largely the Medicare program, and then they reach this dual eligibility status at a later date. And to change everything for them is very risky and very complex. And I listened very carefully to the gentleman from Molina Healthcare say, well, every week, people come to it before us and they plead their case, and we listen to their thing, and maybe we let them stay with their physician or whatever.
Mr. Broad, you're going to have to
right. And I just think it's a lot to ask of that patient population to go through a big bureaucratic process. Angels, what is it? Fools rush in where angels dare to tread. So we're channeling your angelic side here.
Thank you, Mr. Broad.
Hello, my name is Ronaldo Suarez. I am in solidarity with the Sacramento Workers Benefits Council. The real issue of this proposal is the privatization of IHSS, the handing over of control of a public health service organization to private organizations, a proposal that the Sacramento Workers Benefits Council and I are vehemently opposed to. The issue is one of accountability. By privatizing IHSS, we are relinquishing control over our public health to the economic self-interests of a few. I strongly assert that if we must adopt proposals of positive reform in times of financial difficulty, we must do so by strengthening public accountability so that the public, especially those who are elderly and disabled, will keep full control and direction over its own health. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Mr. Suarez.
Is this on?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, my name is Darren Knoll, and I'm here with the Western Service Workers Association in solidarity with the Sacramento Workers Benefit Council. I would like to point out, first of all, the absurdity of a group completely isolated from an issue making a decision dramatically affecting the lives of those who only have a minute here to speak about their thoughts. I would also like to point out that the privatization of IHSS has failed before. Back in Santa Cruz County on September 2nd, 1975, IHSS was contracted out to Upjohn Corporation, which was grossly negligent. Recipients were abandoned and left without care for the first month, and they had the contract. And, for example, one elderly man with diabetes developed gangrene in his foot. Some recipients also died. The county gave Upjohn $4.67 per hour, and of that, Upjohn paid $2.10 to $2.25 per hour, pocketing $85,000 in profit at the expense of the taxpayers and the people's lives. Privatization puts corporate profit ahead of public interests and thereby shows a conflict of interest between care recipients and care providers.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Hi. Stephanie Eppert, Santa Barbara County. I'm a home care provider for my daughter, client Jessie Eppert. I don't have a planned thing. I just want to touch a few bases. I became an in-home support provider 4 years ago when I lost the company. It closed. I could no longer keep her with me, and then I lost the apartment, then stepped in IHSS, a lifeline for us. We've been battling at that for 4 years, trying to keep in the eviction notices every month we get. We hide from the repo man. So we hope to stop. I would like to touch base on the budget cuts there, to leave those alone. Second, on the hours that were cut, I lost an aunt on Monday because her provider came in on Monday, took her to 2 doctor's appointments. She was fine. Everything was good. On Tuesday, she called her daughter because the client couldn't work that day, hours cut. She didn't feel good. The daughter was trying to come over there to go see what was it. In the meantime, she called 911 because she really didn't feel good, I guess. She went running out to the yard to meet the ambulance, but she died right there on the thing. Whatever reasoning, who knows, but we couldn't have anyone there watching her. Second, I feel that the bus is coming for the home care, managed home care. It's coming, and I feel that we need to jump on board for that and for you to consider any proposals that we bring to you to invest the monies that are saved in other avenues to train us, so that I'm not forced to say someone else is qualified to come in and take care of Jessie, because I find she's 18 now and things are changing. They're asking for signatures, this and that, without me, and I feel managed. So to consider train us, give us the money and train us to be equipped to take care of them.
Thank you, Ms. Eppert, and thanks for bringing your daughter.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Joanne Merklin, and I'm here to protest the cuts or the changes in Medi-Cal. I am a disabled adult over 55 that was on straight Medi-Cal up until through December, seeing specialists through that, in need of a total hip replacement, I've been told by the orthopedic doctor. Only I have to lose 70 pounds before he can do it. And then I got to figure out how to do that. But anyways, and then I have kidney stones. And on January 4th, I had an appointment with the urologist under Mercy Medical. And they called me the day before and said, your appointment's canceled because your health plan has changed. And I said, what? No, I don't think so. I haven't seen anything in the mail. Well, it was. And they said, we can't see you. So I had to have 4 lithotripsies from from 09 to 10 in Sutter General Hospital. I'm a Sacramento resident, and I'm a retired teacher who lost her job getting hit by a car on duty, crossing students across the driveway, and probably resultant from having to hop on my right leg for 6 months of non-weight bearing. I need to have a hip replacement, and I get $516.71 a month on retirement. And my health care is Medi-Cal. So when I was told I can't see the urologist, I went to the mail, and the next day I had a new card with HealthNet showing that I was now enrolled in HealthNet, and I had a doctor in Carmichael to go see. I have been trying since January 4th to get a referral to another urologist, and it still has not been approved. I've had to switch groups. I was under the first, what is it called? Employee Health Services group. They only had one urologist. He's the one that did the 4 lithotripsies, and he's the most unprofessional man I've ever met in my life. I will not go back to him. I won't say to you here publicly what he told me in his office as he was removing my J stint, but you probably don't even know what that is. But anyways.
Brooklyn, if you could conclude, please.
I will. I am here to, like I said, I have asked to have a referral. I've gone to Carmichael to a Russian clinic where I can't even understand their dialect, asking for referrals to orthopedists, showing my records, showing my problems, and a urologist since January, and have yet to get one. I am now in Hill Physicians group, and they're trying to request that. But it's so much red tape. It's every day is a new story.
Thank you, Ms. Merkland.
Thank you. I hope you really take this to heart and make some changes. Thank you.
Thank you.
This is a constituent who has worked very, very hard to make sure that we
We have one additional individual who wanted to be here today but could not, and she is a constituent of Senator Saulnier's. Her name is Maggie D. Dowling, and I just want to, you know Ms. Dowling. Okay, well, we greet her if she's listening to us, and just wanted to let her know that we have her testimony, and we will be passing it around to every one of the committee members. Anyone else who would like to speak before we end public comment? All right. Well, thank you all for your patience through a long hearing today. And if any of our former audience is still listening, just to reiterate that this committee and Senator Saulnier's subcommittee, which will be delving into this issue in even greater depth in the coming weeks, have a lot to consider, clearly. And I want to thank those from the administration who were with us all day long to not only make the presentation, but also to be present so you could hear from our concerns, our questions, the yet unanswered questions, and also the concerns from the consumer community as well. So with that said, any other comments from the committee? If not, we will be adjourned. Just to make note that we have our full Budget Committee hearing next week, next Thursday, which will review the governor's proposal on CalWORKS and child care. We are adjourned.